hello. Don't mind the huge mess, cause yeah, I'm still unpacking. But yeah, as you can see, home sweet home. It's a pretty good painting, eh? Look at that. One of my favorite paintings I've ever seen. My aunt painted that. Okay, November 8th, daily reading number 9, November 8th. Actors in a play. Remember that you are an actor in a play, playing a character according to the will of the playwright. In a short play, then it's short. If long, long. If he wishes you to play the beggar, play even the role well. Just as you would if you were a cripple, a honcho, or an everyday person, for this is your duty. To perform well the character assigned to you. That selection belongs to another. So I believe this was by Epictetus in one of his writings, and I believe that when he talks about the playwright, he's talking about God. Um, Marcus Aurelius. Now it's for Ryan Holiday's part. Marcus Aurelius didn't want to be an emperor. He wasn't a politician who sought office. He wasn't even a true heir to the throne, as we can tell from his letters from history. What he really wanted was to be a philosopher. But the powerful elite in Rome, including Emperor Hadrian, saw something in him, groomed him for power, and Marcus was adopted and put in line of the throne. It was adopted and put in line for the throne. That's kind of really cool because they knew he could handle it. Meanwhile, Epictetus lived much of a life as a slave and was persecuted for his philosophical teachings. Both did quite a lot with the roles they were assigned. Our station in life can be as random as a roll of the dice. Some of us are born into privilege, and some of us into adversity. Sometimes we're given exactly the opportunities we want. At other times, we're given a lucky break, and but to us, it feels like a burden. The Stoics remind us that whatever happens to us today or over the course of our lives, wherever we fall on the intellectual, social, or physical spectra, our job is not to complain or bemoan our plight, but to do the best we can to accept it and fulfill it. Is there still room for flexibility or ambition? Of course. The history is state The history of the stage is littered with stories of bit parts that turned into starring roles and in and unpopular characters that were expanded into future adaptations. But even this begins with the acceptance and understanding, and as a desire to excel in what we were assigned. No, nothing philosophical to add, but this just reminds me of. So in cinema. I was a grip machino, and um, there's been a lot of times. Okay, so like Bubbles from Trailer Park, he was like the sound guy for the Trailer Park Boys, and he ended up becoming one of the main characters. There was this scary movie where the killer was supposed to be like unnamed and not seen, but then in one of the shots, a grip, so that someone like me, but it was like a different type, like the dude was like older and grips are like the riggers and like the lighting riggers and like the people that do camera support, so it's kind of like construction folk. So this guy, he was in the shot of a mirror, and the director saw that in one of the playbacks, and he's like, "We have to get that guy to be the killer," something like that. I'll look up the movie and I'll put it in the description below sometime. But yeah, no, it's like this grip who was just like a crew got like into the sequels and into the movie because he was like in the shot. So I thought that was cool. And yeah, no, I've even been on set where like an extra, or actually, I was on the movie Transplant or the show, sorry, and there was extras and it was like a hospital thing, and the extras like they kind of wanted experienced people like nurses and doctors to be background performers or extras, or in French it's called la figuration. So with that, it was like I just saw these people try really hard, and then the director liked them, and they're like, okay, put that person back near the camera or near like if there's like a scene where there's a nurse in a background, I want that one. And these people like just did a good job and took all the direction well, and like sometimes they'd go not like above and beyond, but they would look very natural in the scene. And then so like and a lot of times they don't want to upgrade an extra to an actor because that like an extra will make $200 a day, while actors make like almost $1,200 a day. And but then like if the director calls for something and he can reason it, like the production will upgrade that person. So they like there's been and then they were like in one scene they're like it doesn't make sense that the nurse isn't saying anything. She has to have a line. So then this person got upgraded and then she became like a regular speaking role. Like it was a bit role and like not like one of the main characters, but every episode she had a line or two. And that's a big step up from being an extra. And she got all that because every day as an extra she went hard and did her very best and paid attention and did the very 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 best she could. And I've seen people move up in film like that. And, people have given me opportunities, even when I was like, just, I've gotten opportunities that were really cool. And people said, well, I remembered when you were a PA and you busted your ass. So I thought you have a good work ethic. And so even like that was like 2 years or 4 years before, but like people just remember me from something I did when I was like changing trash. And then like I got opportunities to do dolly grip because people were like, "Oh, you just seem to really try hard and pay attention." And when you were a PA, you seem very interested. So that's like two steps below the dolly grip because then you become a grip, then you become a dolly grip. Um, and people were just like, I don't know, you just seem really interested in being around the dolly. You knew a lot about it and you researched a lot of stuff on your own. So, and then I got an opportunity and I got bumped up and it was cool. So I've had cool experiences because of that job too. So yeah, that's this one was a quick one today. Sorry. Home sweet home. Anyways, yeah, I should ask this at the beginning, but it does help when you guys comment, by the way. It helps the algorithm. And it also helps, well, I like interacting with you guys. Makes me feel less lonely, I guess. What else? Yeah, like, and also like hit the bell notification too. I don't really, I don't like asking all these things, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you could like or send me $8,000, that'd be cool too. You guys have a great day.